Hello, and welcome to Pandering Hour.
Deal with it. Never do this. Never, ever. Not a good idea. Don't do this. This is way better. Top 10 killer cucks. If you like putting stuff in your butt, that is your right. And don't worry about straight or gay. It's not about that. It's about your own satisfaction. For you. For us, it's you're gay. Welcome back to Pandering Hour. I'm your host, Anthony Martin, and today on Pandering Hour, we are looking at unit, country number 129 on the Human Development Index, Kiribati, just off the coast of New Zealand. I almost said New England, and I'm like, that's not right. I'm so good at talking. Hi, everybody. I have a sinus infection. Got some lovely tea, and I got some lovely, that's hot as fuck. Never mind. That's coffee. I'm just going to look up the pronunciation of this really quick.
Kiribati.
I'm sorry, what?
Kiribati.
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 Kiribati is Kiribati?
Kiribati.
How? There's a T. You know what? You're starting shit off wrong, dude. Watch yourself. Okay. Listen here, Kiribati. You're in Oceania, and I like this part of the world because it's very interesting. There's a lot of bad bitches from this place. Like, this place is remote as hell. Like, I don't know if you're seeing this, but God, that's remote as hell. Okay, so here is Australia. Here is Papua New Guinea. Where's New Zealand? New Zealand, Fiji, Samoa. New Zealand's down here. Samoa. Oh, wait, I passed it. Yeah, look, there's Hawaii. It's a little bit farther than Hawaii. It's way out there, man. That banana. That's great. Banana Kiribati. What are these names? Poland, Paris, London, banana? It's like 1,000 miles from Honolulu. So even though on a map it looks close, it is tiny. Kiribati is island nation located in the Central Pacific, situated in all four hemispheres, capital of Kiribati, stunning coral reefs and abundant marine life, English and Gilbert teas.
Tuwana, Wowa, Tenua, Awa, Nimewa.
Of the prodigal son.
Kinamane, itakutawari takarimina kon tamena. Tameu, konanga na isipaw, arena rekeiro, mennampay.
This is a good sounding language. Like I was expecting, because Gilbert is such like a goober name. Like I was expecting Gilbert Godfrey. Gilbert Godfrey. If that was what it was, everyone on the island was just Gilbert Godfrey. My father. The younger one said to his father, "Father, give me my share of the estate." So we divided his property between them, Jafar. I feel like I have a sinus infection. I feel like my forehead vein's just gonna explode. My father. Gilbert Godfrey Ease.
Dahil din ako demane. Hoy kita na mo yan na.
This makes sense.
Ay raro.
Learning the ways. You gotta shoot the bow straighter. They're burning the They're burning the spirit tree, Jafar. Okay, that's enough. Before I die. The currency is the Australian dollar. They're pegged to the Australian. Yeah, I bet they're pegged. I bet they're being pegged by Australia. That big ol' Australian woman being like, "Oh, I really like you, but I have this one thing I'm interested in." And you're just like, Australia's just pegging the hell out of Kiribati. Come down to the beach with me and party.
has its own time. Oh man, it's got its own time zone called the Gilbert Island time. No.
What time is it? It's Gilbert o'clock.
Traditional sport called Tene. Look at that back muscle. Yeah. This guy knows what he's doing. He seems like the older guy, and he seems like he knows what to do. He's got his weight lower. This guy's trying to pull up. This guy's he went for the leg. Oh, boom. So there's this restaurant where you can fight, and then that pays your bill because you become entertainment. This guy's over there in Thailand. Yeah. So they just bring in people, and at any point you could just start throwing hands for your food. All right, just believe me. Just believe me. Timeless beauty of the Kiribati dance. Let's see it. Let's see it. Okay. A lot of finger hand motion. Whoa. Yeah. I wish I knew the significance of these motions. A lot of dancing also is like a thing with fighting, where like you dance, your fighting is a reflection of your dancing always, which is why like British people can't dance. All right, I mean, yeah, because like all the nations that like prioritize wrestling, like if you look at the way they dance, like Brazil, very like up close and like laced up, but also very like showy, very rhythmic, a lot of hip, a lot of shoulders, and that's where jiu-jitsu is very popular. And then there's places where like boxing is the main thing, like Mexico, perfect example, Mexico. This whole dance, it's like the traditional way that Kiribati men used to get bitches. So this is, oh, I'm looking at you, girl. Just put like R&B under this, like, girl, you know I'm thinking about you all the time, girl, all the way into the sky. I'm thinking about diddling you with my fingers and touching. We did it right when he went to his dick. And I'm gonna shove it right up your butt. I'm the eagle, you're the nest, girl, ooh. I'll show you with my hands, girl, ooh. I want you to sit right here on my lap and no one will hurt you. I'm going, ooh. Put my fingers to you, ooh. What I'm gonna do to you, ooh. So does this mean freehold land for sale, 1 square foot? What is this? Freehold property for sale on blah, blah, blah. Land was assessed at 1.5, comes to 38,000 US per acre. And you get what? Freehold land is a type of property ownership where the owner has indefinite right to the land and any building on it. This is considered the most complete form of property ownership. Freehold owners have the freedom to renovate or design their property without needing to get permission from a landlord. As for the home building, we have 3 contractors right here, all of whom will build anything from a simple cottage to a first-class holiday home. Prices range from $85,000. Okay. There are no property taxes payable in Fiji. Is this Fiji? I thought this was There's nothing for sale. Can foreigners buy property? Foreigners cannot buy land. Okay. So, given up on that. So, everything is community owned, which makes sense because I was wondering, like, why is it that I could go check some stuff out, but instead they're trying to sell me shit in Fiji?
Let's go to Kiribati.
From Poland to the UK, where? To LA. To Fiji. And then from Fiji.
After flying 30,000 kilometers, it was finally time to go to Kiribati on my last flight. After 2 hours flying over the Pacific, I could finally see Kiribati. After the TSA, we grabbed a cab and went to the hotel.
This person seems a little bit more interesting. Because they're from there. This is Betio, most populated and biggest town of Tarawa. So it's not nice, is kind of what I'm getting. Like, this place doesn't look... The concrete looks a little beaten up. The buildings look a little beaten up. I'm sure there's a lot of storms and hurricanes and whatnot. Then this guy said he got kicked out.
So it's been long enough. Kind of want to update everyone as to what happened with me in Kiribati, and how I inevitably got kicked out of the country. It's kind of a funny story. And so I'm going to do my best to describe what happened. And then at the time, I put a lot of soul into that thing. And I felt like I'd finally, done it and achieved something beautiful, and it was all taken away. It's kind of how it goes, unfortunately. And one of the bigger bummers is it was Chuck that ended up getting me kicked out of the country, which was unfortunate because I really didn't see it coming. Him and I had a good relationship.
I'm not listening to anything this guy's saying. The way he looks is, oh fuck, we kind of have similar looks. I mean, he's definitely better looking than me. Not necessarily in the mustache department. I feel like my mustache is a little bit stronger than his. But in terms of, like, he's got blue eyes, he does not have a look of deodorant. Like, that's not what I'm getting from him. Like, to me, he seems like someone who would, like, be very sensitive and spiritual, but still hit his girlfriend. So I'm not really, like, I'm waiting for him to explain why it's his fault.
There was just some disagreements between us, and we didn't see a few things eye to eye. And inevitably, I ended up accepting a filming project for Brad to go down to the Northern Cook Islands, and Chuck wanted me to go to Butari Tari with him, with the Minister of Lands to film over there. And I had already been paid by Brad, so I turned down the offer to go film with Chuck, and this was over a phone call. And basically he told me, well, it was nice knowing you, and it was kind of like, if you're not with me or against me kind of thing. And he hung up, and this was back when I was at home in Washington getting prepared to go back to Christmas Island.
Oh, in Washington. So this guy's from Washington. Maybe I could get a hold of this guy. I could potentially get a hold of this guy. Must try traditional dishes. All right, it's a fish that's grilled with the skin on. Gee, haven't seen that one before. Palusami. I have no idea. It's a dish prepared using coconut milk, young taro leaves, banana leaves, hot water, breadfruit leaves, curry powder, and black pepper. The taro stuffed parcels and coconut cream are traditionally baked in an underground earthen oven. Do you see those the diaper commercial over here? I don't know if you guys can see that. That is a diaper commercial. What the fuck? I guess most people who are looking at Asian food need diapers. In Portland, that would make sense because those ads do factor in where you're located. Milk rice. I was just thinking about learning how to make arroz con leche. I need to call up my grandma. Mushroom chicken? Of course, mushrooms. That makes a lot of sense. We've had some guests these last couple episodes. Sorry that there was no guest this episode. But I am lining up a guest for Serbia in the next episode. Love you guys.